Hey, good afternoon traders, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do something super different, and we're going to take a look at all the swing trade ideas that I've posted over the last 3 months, and we're going to analyze not only where we talked about entry, but also where price targets were ultimately set and where they are today. So you're going to want to stick around all the way to the end, because at the end I'm going to walk you through a bunch of positions I still have open. Some are winners, some are losers, and show you how I'm managing those trades. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So the first one up is Apple. Back when we first analyzed it, it was right around this area. Had an entry price of about $219 with a price target of about $269. Clearly you can see we hit that price target. We had an 18% gain, and then it just kept going. So this is a massively bullish chart, and I actually am planning on a re-entry, so be aware of that. I'm going to be posting that video here shortly, so you're going to want to tune back in, set your notifications, and you'll get alerted. The next one up was RGTI. Now this one was crazy. This one, we had an entry price of about, I think it was about $19.35, and it just launched from there. Our price target was $42. I did not think it was going to get there as quick as it did. I had some take profits along the way, but that was an insane gain of about 118%. Man, did that one just went. Next one was QBTS. This one also in the quantum computing space, also unbelievable entry, and it just launched from our entry price of about $15.92, had a price target of about $38, and it hit that and just kept going. So again, like Rigetti, we had some take profits along the way, but this was such an awesome trade, 137%. ASTS was another great one. We just caught these ones right. Kind of got lucky in my opinion, just good timing. But the charts are the charts, and we trade the charts. So this entry point was $46, and price target on it was $98, and this one just ignited as well. This was back when the small caps were hot. Obviously, they've cooled off since, but small caps are reigniting, and I think that rotation into IWM was just getting started in the Russell 2000, and I think we are going to see much higher prices than small caps. So I'm going to be covering those, but I don't want to digress too much from that. So this was also an insane gain of about 112%. Biogen, ticker symbol is BIIB. This one, we were a little early to the party, had an entry price of about 144. It definitely kind of went against us at first, but all that was a retrace of this flag breakout, and then boom, it went back test here, and price target on that was, is $195, and so far that one's doing very, very well for us, up about 24%. I've taken some profits along the way, but I still hold a core position in this. So this one clearly, in my opinion, is building a bullish flag pattern. Could it have a retrace, potentially down to this area? Sure, but ultimately I do see this hitting price target at 195. Next one up was UNH. Analyze this one back at the 336 range. Entry price was right there. This one was a pretty easy one in my opinion. Price target was 376. Hit that price target and sold off from it. I didn't wait. I actually kind of sold it a little bit early right here. I was so glad I did, because then it did this, but then it recovered and still went up. So this one traded wild in this range and then obviously corrected. But I do think this one is setting up again. I'm going to actually post another video on this one, because I think we're seeing an inverse head and shoulders. So I see a left shoulder here, head, and then I think it's forming the right shoulder, and then I think it's going to have some much higher prices from here. So again, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and I will make sure that you get alerted when I post this video, because I think this one has massive upside still. Okay, next one up is ticker symbol is ALB, Albemarle Corporation. I posted about this one twice. This one had a bear trap, bought it over in this range, and then second entry price was here. Awesome entry. This one had an entry price of about $67 at a price target then, when I posted that second video, of $95. Hit that price target and just kept going. So I'm looking potentially on where I'm going to re-enter this one. There's a lot of gaps in this area here, so I'm likely going to wait for the retrace. Probably back to my price target. Still need to analyze this more, but I'm in no hurry to buy this one. I think this one's going to come back in and give us some additional levels. So again, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and you will get an alert when I decide to go back in this name. Okay, next one up is HUT. HUT did some really incredible things. Had an entry back here at about $36. Price target of 57, and that one, my friends, clipped it to a T. That was cool. Had a 56% gainer on that one. It has been super volatile. It sold off. It came back in. And what's interesting about this is we sold into this entry price. I didn't re-enter, and then we ignited higher. Then we had a massive, nasty rejection candle, but it never confirmed below. So I really like this one to go higher. But it's super volatile, right? But crypto is starting to pick back up. These big red sell candles kind of scare me. But yeah, not back into it yet, but I'm looking at getting into it. So I will let you know when that happens, and I'll post accordingly. And the next one I have up is NBR. Ticker symbol is NBR. The company is Neighbors, and this is in the oil and gas exploration space. And I think these names are just getting started. So I had taken this one here, kind of went against me. I sat in a little drawdown. My entry price was 35. Kind of went against me down to the low 30s, but it was just a back test. Didn't panic, created this bull flag. Then it had the breakout, had the retest. And then I had posted a second time because I noticed this, which is an inverse head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And then I took this retrace here, an add level of 45. And the reason I did that is because, as you can see, we have not hit our target. Where is this target? Yep. It's high, $149. That's how bullish I am on this one, because I think it can get there. I took it back in 2020. And let me show you what it did. It went from $11 all the way up to $200. That's right. Yeah, a 20x. It was insane. And I think that is potentially on the verge of happening again. So this one, you're not too early on this one. This one is looking massively bullish in my opinion. The last few days move has just been awesome off this ad zone. I'd probably wait, if you're not already in the name, for me, I'd wait for a retrace to this 54 to 55 area. That would be an awesome retrace, right? Maybe something like this. Go like this, boom, buy that retrace, and then boom, we're going higher. I love this one. This one's in my long-term portfolio, and I'm not getting rid of this one. I'm hanging in there. I love the upside potential on this one. Next one up is Palantir. Ticker symbol is PLTR. I had posted about it right here on this massive breakdown, took an entry, short entry here. It went lower, but I didn't sell. I took an entry at 155, went all the way down to about 145, and I was stopped out when it hit my stop loss level at 168, lost about 5% on this one. I'm glad I stopped out. Look what it did after. But this one, I think at some point it's going to be a short again. Maybe at double top, not really sure. I'm going to continue to analyze this one. I day trade this one, and I'm actually in a short right now on it because I do think it's extended. So I think I'm probably going to add if it continues up to the 186, 187. But on a swing trade, like this is more of a short-term day trade. Swing trade basis, long-term, I would not enter until it gets double top. But you know, if you're day trading and multi-day swing around it, you know, in my opinion, this one's overdone. I think we maybe have another day up and then we roll over. But no financial advice given. This is only for educational purposes and to share with you our results and how we've done with the trade ideas that I've presented along the way. Okay, next one up is Lemonade. If you'll recall back in this video, I did an analysis on this massive cup and handle. Bought this breakout here, and shortly thereafter, well, I had a couple different price targets. So I had taken a first price target at 60, so I made a little money there, but I stayed in the bulk of my position, and I had regretted it afterwards because it did this. I never added to it, but it started forming this. I was recognizing this pattern, this megaphone pattern, which I love. You'll see one in another chart that we're going to review in a second. Megaphone patterns, just so you guys know, are inherently bullish. When they break out, they launch. So I didn't buy this breakout, but it did take us right into our next price target, which was here. which was awesome. So this one is looking absolutely good. Our top price target's 97. I think it's going to get there. If we get another retrace to it, like do something like this into this resistance or flipped turn now support on this megaphone pattern, you know, I'd be buying this $68. If we get a market sell-off and it comes in and does something like this, I'm going to add to it, because I do think that we are ultimately eventually going to realize this price target. Look at those strong, massive buy candles. This one's no joke, my friends. I think we get to target. Next one up is Frog. I love cup and handle patterns, especially when the handle is formed or ends with a megaphone pattern. We just reviewed that a minute ago. These are massively bullish. Check it out. You get the launch above, you shake people out, little bear trap. I recognize that one here. Entry price was $46, and the upside target on this one is 76. This one's kind of a slow mover, but it is getting some nice moves as of late. So you got to be patient with this one, but I do think we get to that $76 range on this one. It's building out some great bullish structure, massive accumulation, and yeah, got to love this name. Next one up is HIMS. Holy crap, was I wrong on this one? This one absolutely shit the bed on me. Really sucks, because I've been watching this one. I've been trading this one on a day trade basis, but long-term swing, it just pooped on me. I had recommended or recommended the idea of a breakout buy here, and yeah, that sucked. Lost 20% on this one when it closed down below, and then this happened, and yeah, it's just absolutely disgusting. But the good news is I am looking for a re-entry on this one. I do think this is putting in a potential base pattern, but I'm not going to do anything until, guys, I see it clear this high on strong bullish volume, which would confirm this move without breaking below. So I'm going to post another video on this one. I think eventually we're going to get this one right. Sucks, but you know, sometimes you have losers, and you just got to admit that you have losers, and that one was a big stinker. So make sure you're subscribed, and you will get an alert when that one goes out. Next one I have is LYFT. My entry price on this one also pretty much sucked. I took an entry at this 23.50 on the retrace here, and it immediately went against me. But the good news is I think this is just building a bull flag. So this flagpole, bullish consolidation, I was just early to the party. Caught me in a kind of a bull trap there. It's okay. I'm still in the position. I do think the price target of $34 will be realized. You know, might see a little bit more consolidation, but that's okay. That's going to set up a move that can get us to that price target of 34. So I do think it's coming, guys. Be patient. This was nothing more than a shakeout. Look at this. You got your big green buy volume. You have no real red volume, and it's picking back up. So be patient on this one. I'm actually in the April, I think it's 25 calls. I'm down a little bit on them right now, even though, because like I bought here, even though it's close to my buy entry, they're calls. So you have the time decay. But yeah, I probably, you know, if I see this shaping up, maybe we get a retrace and then we get an ignition off with bullish volume and big candle, I might add to the position, double up the size, and I'll keep you guys posted if I do. Okay, because I do think we're going to hit that $34 target. Next one up is Navitas. Ticker symbol is NVTS. And yeah, this one went against me pretty much. Well, not against me right away. So my entry price was $12.67. I did not sell because I had much higher targets, price targets, which was $22. I thought it was just going to keep going. That was a big mistake. Didn't sell on this, cut my losses on this breakdown candle for, you know, a relatively small loss of about 5%. And man, I'm glad I did, because look what it did. But good news is it's setting up another buy, in my opinion. So what do we have here? We have a basically nothing more than a scene of the crime retrace, breakout and retrace. It just is a big one. But look what it's doing here, right? You got this bullish candle. You got this bullish or bull flag going on. You have your breakout. I'm going to wait for a break above this candle, guys, and I am going to re-enter that position. So if we get a break of about 974 on strong volume, I'm going to get back in. Small caps are getting hot again. IWM's breaking out. This one I think is going to go and eventually hit that $22 price target, but it wanted to humble me before it did. So nonetheless, looking to get back into this one. I still think this one's strong, guys. Next one up is Tesla. Tesla, man, Tesla is good looking. So we broke out of this this pennant, right? Obviously, back here we have this move higher. We're creating this bull flag with this nice consolidation. Go and watch my Tesla video and you'll see the absolute breakdown of this. But I have a couple price targets on this. The first one is 619. Then we have 700 as well. But the 619 I think will be realized and I think is very likely. So I took an entry here at about 424 and I'm actually long the April 450 calls. So I like this one to go higher. I think it does. If we get a strong pop out of here, I might even buy some leaps in the 700s because that's how bullish I am on Tesla. So that's Tesla for you guys. I do think that 619 target will be eventually realized. Lululemon got into this one back in. Why don't I have my little guy here? Let me draw this on for you guys. This little guy, which is the entry point. Okay, so I got in here. Okay, sucked. Immediately went against me. Really regretted my decision. But because it was at a 5-wave impulse down, I thought the 5-wave had completed here. It did not. It wanted to keep going. So I was in drawdown and I added back at 165. So I have a pretty good DCA, dollar cost average on this. And this one, my friends, might be breaking out. We have a flagpole, we have consolidation, we have a move above this resistance line, and we have earnings in, I think, next week. So this one, I wouldn't be surprised to see it gap up and get into this 209 range. I might buy some calls just to play the earnings. But yeah, I think my cost average is good. I think this one looks good. We're just going to have to be patient with this one. I think there's massive upside ahead on this one. So again, you got to have a little patience, but beware of earnings. That is just around the corner. Okay, Mara. Mara is a love-hate relationship. So I got into Mara. My original entry was about 1441. I did not sell. I fundamentally believe in the company. I don't know why, because the market keeps going against me on this one. I should have sold back here. There's so many times I could have taken that position off the table. I did not. I additionally posted the video basically right here when I kind of interpreted this price action as potentially a cup and handle pattern, which I love. And I got ahead of myself and added at 1657. And I thought we were going to get the breakout. It formed, it started going, and then it just shit the bed. And I have a price target on this thing of $44. And I do think eventually this thing's going to be realized. But man, you have to exhibit some patience with this one. So this is it's just gross. I mean, this one puked all on me. And, this one just sucks, but I'm still in it. I'm definitely underwater. I have a cost average kind of right in this area right here. It's trading at 1174, but I believe in the name. I'm holding him in my long-term swing. And I think eventually this catches up with all the other crypto miners that have done exceptionally well that I'm not in. So anyways, there you have it. That's Mara. Next one up is FANG, also in the oil and gas exploration business. And this one got into it here, instantly regretted I did, went against me, should have been patient. And I'll tell you why, because this one never confirmed the breakout. You could see these wicks. And I was just trying to be anticipatory, got into it too soon, immediately paid. But eventually it did pay off for me. I've been in it all the way up to my first take profit, which was 162. And thank God I did, because guess what happened on Friday? It has a topping tail. So I think this one needs to pull back. Where's it going to pull back to? Couple levels, couple key levels. I wouldn't be surprised to see it ultimately pull back to these highs here at about 150, which would be a great entry in my opinion. But if it does something sneaky, it might only pull back to 152, 153, and then go from there, right? So it might do something like this and go, or it will come back deeper and pull back here, maybe even overthrow. This one likes to play games. I haven't really seen any real big green buy volume candle, but I do like the name. I do think it's going to go to 180 over time, but you're gonna have to be patient with this one, especially after this topping tail. So I think this one pulls back, wait for the retrace. If you're not already into the 150 range, I think that's very, very safe. And I will be looking to get back in personally in that area. So yeah, there you go. That's FANG, Diamondback Energy. Next one up is MSTR. Now, this one is into a major, major area of support. Okay. This one is into this first level of support. My second level of support, just so everyone knows, is the median line of this parallel. Actually, let me just draw the parallel that I'm referring to on here because it will be easier that way. So here's the parallel I'm referring to. Boom. Oops. I don't know why it just did that. We did not want to do that. So let's go there and ultimately here. So the median line, so I'm in the name, first of all. 175 is my first entry point, slightly in the money, no big deal. I expect this one to go much, much higher. This one had a massive, massive correction that will call for a snapback bounce at some point, but can it go lower? Absolutely. Will it go lower? I'm not sure. I think we might get the snapback rally. If nothing more, then I think this one gets to, I think maybe it doesn't go as high as I want it to, but it probably gets to that 225 to 234 kind of range, hopefully. And before it does something like this and pukes down lower to my second entry point, which would be 145, and my last entry point would be let's call it 101, because if you go to the 24-hour chart, I think it's a little bit lower. Yeah, it's down. It's right there. So yeah, 104. So I don't want to see it go there, but with all the things that are going on with Bitcoin and all that, I think it could. So just be mindful of that. Be strategic in this name. Trade around the moves, in my opinion. I hold a core position and then I trade around it. So again, core position entry is 175. And why do I think, why am I prepared to enter here even though I think it can go against me? Because of this. Because my price target on this is $1,000. Yeah, you heard that right. I think this is getting to $1,000. But could it go to 100 first? Yeah, I think so. Because all the things and all the FUD that's happening with the name, and just in the space, and how JPM's basically attacking Sailor, and I don't want to get into that or to digress, but you guys can research that on your own. But yeah, these are my levels on MSTR, and I think in time it will get to that price point. So I promised you guys a last one of my analysis, and that was BKKT. Okay, so why? This one I didn't sell. I made some mistakes on this one. So my original entry point was 1750. Okay, small position there. I added, and I don't know why my ad level. Oh, there it is. Ad level. I did not sell when it more than doubled. Yeah, I was pretty upset about that. Why? Because I believe in the name, and that's the problem with believing in the name and not sticking to the technicals, guys. Just so you know. Is when you believe in the name, you could get trapped in positions, and I'm trapped in this position. But long term, I think this one's an absolute winner. My price target on this is actually 200, and I don't know why I don't have that drawn in here. So let me do that real quick. Let's draw in the price target on that. So let's go all the way up to 200, my friends. Because that is where my price target is going to sit. And I'm going to hold it till that point, but I will be selling along the way, trust me. But here I am. So here is my current position. Let me make this smaller. I don't know what I just did to this chart, but I shouldn't have done that. I put the price chart on, and now I kind of screwed everything up. Oh my God, I'm so annoyed at myself. Let's put that here. Okay, so let's take this back down. All right, so here's where I'm at. Again, original entry, and I'm gonna show you this because this is managing a position when it really, really goes against you. And this one has really, really gone against me. So, and without stop losses, right? Sometimes I stay in stocks and dollar cost average accordingly, have a plan, and yeah, you wind up getting underwater. And this one, I'm underwater on. So, but I think it has massive, massive potential, massive upside, and that's why I'm still in it. So again, original position 1750, added another 1% at $33, added at $20, and here we are right now at $14. So my plan is to add another 4% at 1071 to 1075 probably, maybe layer into that. And then my projected dollar cost average at that point will be $16.67 with an 8% portfolio. Yeah, that's high, but I like the name. Like I said, I do think it's going to $200. I think this is going to be a home run for me in time, but I realize I need to be patient on this one. I think, guys, it wants to close this gap. Why do I have a price add level at 1071? Because there is a massive gap right there at 1071. Guys, look at this incredible accumulation volume. It just got ahead of itself. It literally went from $7 to, 52 in, I don't know, 8 trading days or something. And I got too bullish. I got exuberant, and I started. I added at bad levels, and I'm upset with myself on this one. But you know what? That's how you learn, guys. That's how you learn. You kind of pay the price, and you have to sit and draw down sometimes. But if you believe fundamentally in the company, if you believe in the story, if you believe in the people running it, which I do in this case, then I think this is a strong decision. Now, check this out. The reason I think that this can get back to 200 is look where it once was. It was at $1,200. Now what happened? Why was it at $1,200 and now why is it at 14? Well, they did reverse splits and they just were early. Back in 2021 when they IPO'd, they were just early to the game in the crypto space, and people didn't know what they did. People didn't understand the story. They had to go through some financial restructuring, and here we are today, I think, on the precipice of a solid, incredible move higher that I think is going to make me a lot of money. And if you play this right, again, no financial advice given, but I think you guys could too. But do your own due diligence and make sure that this is the type of volatility and position you want to get in before you enter in any positions that I ever give you guys. So there you have it. That is my Saturday afternoon. Oh my God, what am I doing? My Saturday afternoon to you guys. It's a recap of all of the swing trade ideas over the last 3 months, where they stand, how we capitalized, all the money we made, some money we lost, and there you have it. So hopefully you liked the video. If you did, please hit that like button. Show some love. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. You will get these alerts in real time. You will get the updates in real time, and you will make a lot of money, I promise you. Well, as long as you stick to the plan. All right, good stuff. Happy Saturday, guys, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace, love, and take care.